Welcome to Japanatron.
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 Do we need to do a sort of a segue because we ended pretty abruptly with me saying I need a piss?
I'm going to leave the part in where you say you need a piss. I'm just going to leave that shit in.
Okay.
I think it'd be funny, man.
Yeah.
It keeps it raw and edgy and real.
Yeah, raw and edgy.
Keeps it real.
We are real human beings. We're not just characters.
Right. We don't rely on editing tricks.
Yeah.
Right. We just give you the nama.
Yeah. We're not.
Just stick it into your nama. Raw. Maybe next time we should hire a cameraman. Right.
Yeah. We
Like,
could do
zoom
little body cams at the same time. Yeah. And they cut in between.
Put your hands up. Okay.
This is Japanese police you're talking about. Japanese police don't do that shit.
That's true.
They'll come say, apologize, and ask you to stop being.
We are sorry for arresting you.
Police.
We are very sorry that you are a criminal.
You need to do a police episode at some stage.
Oh, hell yeah.
There's emergency.
Oh, there's stories there.
All sorts of stuff, right?
Yeah, foreigners have stories there. Because we've all been arrested. Okay, next flavor. Goma. Wow.
Goma.
I love the word goma too. It's like, it's all about the goma. If you don't know the word goma, fucking learn it, all right, everyone?
This should be one of the first Japanese words you learn.
It should be the first. Okay. Goma is sesame. And there is shiro goma
And kurogoma.
and kurogoma. Depends on your feeling.
Wow.
Shirogoma is the white goma. And kurogoma is the black goma.
Yeah. And shirogoma is the conventional goma that you have in other countries, right?
Correct. I associate the white goma with like the standard. I associate goma strongly with two things. One is one of my favorite dishes, which again is ironically Chinese technically, is tantan men, which is a spicy ramen. And they put the white goma in there usually, the shirogoma. And it has what I would say kind of a creamy almost texture to it. Not texture, but overtone to it.
Yeah.
Undertone, overtone, I don't know. It's kind of creamy. There's also tantan men made with kurogoma, the black goma.
Right.
A little bit harder to find sometimes, but the tantan men specialty restaurants will have the kurogoma, of course, the black sesame. That is more nutty, I would say. Kind of a more nutty flavored goma. Both are heavenly. Both, I mean, just depends on your mood, you know. The other thing I associate goma with is salad dressing.
Yeah, there's that fantastic
Goma
creamy goma salad dressing. It's ubiquitous,
kind
isn't
of
it?
beige color.
It's the default salad dressing in Japan.
Oh my God.
Right?
I will have, on my salad, I will have more goma dressing than salad. And I will just...
a bowl of dressing.
I have literally swigged the bottle of goma dressing and just have it like dripping out of my mouth, and I go like, Rah! Goma!
To scare your daughter.
Yes, indeed it does. I can go on all day about goma and how it's given me multiple back-to-back orgasms.
Yeah. Especially if you have the black and then the white.
Oh boy, the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Or mix the two. Anyone? I've never done that.
I've never done. I've mixed pieces of kurogoma and shirogoma. Yatsuhashi. Actually, correct. Yes, yatsuhashi. So
Okay, look at me.
Yatsuhashi.
Yatsuhashi.
Oishii.
Yatsuhashi ne.
Oishii.
Yatsuhashi. So yatsuhashi.
It's this fucking triangular sweet, which is made from mochi,
pounded rice,
pounded rice, and the more you pound it, the softer it gets, right? And yatsuhashi, it's like a ravioli, but it's sweet.
Ravioli, that's
and
perfect.
it's filled with this bean paste, which we're going to talk about.
We'll
I won't reveal the name yet. And it's filled with that, but in Kyoto, it's a specialty of Kyoto, you can get different flavored mochi, the pounded rice. And you can get the kurogoma and the shirogoma.
Wow, I did not know this.
Yeah, so if you have the two together, you're mixing those two.
God.
And I guess you could probably sandwich them or roll one inside the other so the pattern's nice. Because Japanese food is all about presentation, right? And I think it's important to recognize that this isn't just that...
True, they're into the presentation.
Pretty much conventional Western thing of buying a packet and ripping it open and just munching it.
Right.
In Japan, even if you buy it out of a packet, you'll put it onto a plate and present it nicely.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
yeah, that's tough.
If you're with somebody else.
Get it into my digestive system as quickly as
Especially the
possible.
potato chips.
And man, Goma is one of those things I could probably inject directly into my bloodstream. It's one of those, oh my god.
But the strange...
I'm just like thinking about Goma like now. I can't even continue with this podcast.
Yeah, it's just you're off in another
I'm
world.
distracted. Yeah, I'm like, my mouth is watering and I'm thinking about Goma. I'm thinking about buying some Goma dressing tonight on my way back home.
But you prefer the savory Goma, not the sweet Goma, yeah?
Yes. I associate my Goma, my world of Goma is savory. It's salad dressing and it is tandan men. Yeah. Any kind of ramen with sesame? Oh, dude. Well done, Japan. Well done.
Yeah. And Goma can go on anything and in anything. I mean, I put it in natto, I put it on anything on toast. You can sprinkle Goma on top.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, you can have expired milk and you pour Goma into that shit.
Suddenly
You're fine.
delicious.
It's not expired anymore, man.
Nugget, man. You pull it back from the brink. Right?
Right. You got some foul-ass cheese or eggs in your fridge. Don't throw that shit out, man. Pour some Goma on that.
Yeah, you're
right?
in business.
Right? You cut your finger? Fucking Goma on that.
I can Goma.
Right? Boogers? Goma? Anyone? Don't waste it.
Perfect. The other thing about Goma, right, is that in Japan, strangely, very strangely, tahini is not popular. Tahini, I don't think, even exists in Japan. It's sesame paste, Goma paste. Now, there is a Goma paste which is filled with sugar, but even that's quite hard to find. And you can get a kuro Goma paste, which is really nice. Again, hard to find, but possible. But tahini, standard tahini.
Wow.
Which is...
Look at you contributing.
Common as swear words.
You got a fucking brain on you, don't you?
Brain, I do. I'm not just a gorgeous
Man, I'm glad I invited you today. I thought you were just going to look pretty. Look at this face.
Yeah.
All right.
Before I go in. Anyway, we were...
Goma, yeah. I mean, I don't want to spend too much time.
You want to pass over Goma?
I'm not passing over Goma. I think we did like a solid... We did a solid on Goma.
What about Goma grinder? Do you use one of those special Goma grinders?
I do not cook.
Right.
But I'm the least qualified to talk about food. No, I like eating though. But I don't like cooking, so I don't have any like utensils and stuff. I just purchase...
if you can't eat it straight out of the packet, you're not...
Oh man, preparing Goma, wow, that is way too much to ask of me. So I would prefer just to have the Goma salad dressing and just be swinging it on the way back from the store.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really nice way to do it. It looks cool in the street because people definitely pay attention.
When you see a foreigner swigging from a salad dressing bottle walking down the street, nothing says cool better than that.
Yeah, some people drink beer in the street. You take the Goma.
Yeah, and then I washed down the Goma dressing with beer.
Right. You get yourself a Goma grinder and you'll be intensifying the flavor. And I think that should be enough to entice you. You can get it at a 100 yen shop. It's a special little plastic bottle with a little winding knob and a spout on the top. And you fill it with the sesame seeds, turn the thing upside down, wind the handle, and all the split crushed Goma comes out.
Could that come directly into my mouth?
It could.
Because you could,
you could put it in your mouth and just wind the handle, and then you would get a supreme Goma hit.
That would be like my thing.
And the aroma too. You could actually snort the snuff as well.
That could be my thing. I'm like, pardon me, I have a Goma moment right now, and then I pull out the grinder, and I'm just like, oh. Like I just took a hit of something. I'm like, woo! I'm ready. Ready for the big meeting. Let's give that presentation. I got that fucking Goma. Sesame! Sesame Street. Snort a few lines. All right, let's leave Goma, man. You've had your moment, Goma.
A nice tangent on that one.
You are dear to me, but it is time to move on. Anko, sweet red bean paste. A staple of Japanese sweets.
Including the
everywhere.
yatsuhashi we just spoke about.
Yatsuhashi, it's an onpan. It's the on of onpan.
Yeah, there's Anpan Man, who's very
Onpan Man.
very popular
Anyone?
character.
Onpan Man,
A lot of
come
people
on.
like Anpan Man. I think he's one of the most
I love
uncute
him.
Japanese characters.
I love him. He's cute but creepy at the same time. I love it.
It's just those big red glowing cheeks.
I
that
love
to
it
me
though.
look-
Hello, children. My head is delicious. Eat me. Get your parents to buy me. Give me your money.
You wrote an Anpan Man song,
little
did you,
bitches. No, because I have a little daughter and I have purchased many an Onpan Man product.
Right.
Okay. But I digress. I don't want to make this episode all about Onpan Man. That's for another time. Although we can go on and on about him. But Onko, okay, sweet red bean paste. I have a funny story about Onko, which I've probably told on this podcast before. When I first moved to Japan, I frequented a bread shop, Japanese bread. Give it up for that. Very, very good.
Really?
I was in this onpan mode for me at the time, and I didn't fully know the word onko, and so my Japanese was not as good as it is now, and I confused the word onko with another word. So I said, "Sumimasen, kono pan wa unko ga haitemasu ka?" And she had this shocked look on her face because I confused the word onko with the word unko, which means shit. So I literally asked the store clerk at the bread shop, "Excuse me, ma'am, does this bread have shit in it?" And she gave me this horrified look like, "Sir, what kind of bread shop do you think we're running here?" And I immediately picked up on the mistake, and I corrected myself. She walked in and said, Anko ga haitemasu ka? And years later, I heard a story from a Japanese student who confused the word Coke with the word cock. Coke, cock, Anko, unko. Mistakes are made in language, are they not?
Mm.
So hey, everyone does it. Just be careful. Unko, shit. Anko, sweet red bean paste. Although the textures are surprisingly similar, there is one you want to eat, and there's one you do not want to eat. And you do not want it in your bread. Anko is the one you want in your bread. Unko is the one you want in the toilet.
It could be interesting to give some Japanese lessons where you teach the slightly wrong Japanese.
Careful with that one. Yeah. So that's my Anko story.
Did she, when you corrected yourself, did she realize why you'd made the mistake?
Well, she looks at this, and that usually tells you why the mistake was made. So I feel fortunate in the sense that I'm not like Japanese American. I think that would be a very, very difficult life to be Japanese American and not speak Japanese at all, and then move to Japan. And people see the Asian face and they have an expectation, oh, he's Asian, she is Asian, of course they speak Japanese. But I am forgiven with this stupid white guy face. Well, sorry! Gomennasai! Why am I speaking like Mickey Mouse? I don't know. So that's my story about Anko. That's about all I had to say about Anko. Did you
I don't have any Anko stories. To me, it's quite an average thing. It's a typical everyday thing that you see.
Right. It's not
I don't
like
have a particular love for it. It's what you combine with Anko that makes it interesting to me. There's this beautiful sweet called yomogi daifuku, which is, again, it's that soft mochi pounded rice, but it's much thicker than in the hatsukashi.
Right.
And you could get hatsukashi and natsukashi mixed up.
That's true. Natsukashi means
embarrassing.
Right.
Hazukashi.
Hazukashi means
embarrassing.
Natsukashi means like
sort of
nostalgic.
Yeah.
Right.
So again, you can see that even the veteran.
But that is a less
Japanese
embarrassing
yeah.
confusion than Anko and Unko.
Very much so. And yomogi, which we're not going to talk about today, is another Japanese flavour.
Right, that's a sweet. I think we can say that.
Green flavour.
Yeah.
And yomogi daifuku is this herby, soft,
true,
ricey Anko ball of delight.
I didn't consider that one really heavenly. So
they look like little testicles, really, don't they? The yomogi daifuku, except green.
Yeah, green testicles and herby flavored. Yeah, I didn't consider that one heavenly, so I kind of. It was difficult to get on the list. I mean, you gotta be heavenly to get on my heavenly list.
That's
so
okay. This is your podcast. It's your choice.
Mentaiko. Mentaiko is fish eggs. I'm not the biggest fan in general of fish eggs, but living in Japan so long, I've come to accept fish eggs and actually like them. They are when I first moved here, I just thought they were just salty, just salt, just pure salt water popping in your mouth. But I've come to appreciate with Japanese food that they season everything. I guess you can say season with fish eggs. And mentaiko is one of those ones that I think it's kind of one of those substitutes for salt. And I see it a lot in lots of different dishes, but especially pasta. I really love pasta salted with like mentaiko. And it does something. Yeah, it's pink. It has a nice texture. It has a nice color to it. And then it has that salt. But it has that distinctive salt water from the sea type of flavor, that fishy type of salt almost.
Slightly. It's often mixed with mayonnaise.
Yes, that was the other one I wanted to bring up. Mentai mayo. Anyone?
Me.
Oh my god. Please. Yeah, that's another one I could just squirt right in my mouth.
Yeah, wasabi mayo, mentai mayo.
Oh my god.
Mayos. You could
wow.
Goma mayo.
Yeah, all the mayonnaise thing mixed in. We'll talk about mayonnaise on another episode. Maybe I'll have a whole episode dedicated just to Japanese mayonnaise. That sounds bizarre to me, but it is something you can do in Japan. Yeah, mentaiko. It's one of those fish eggs that I'm like, yeah, man. I used to kind of shy away from it. Not the biggest fan of it, but it's an acquired taste. I'm like, man, now I really like the mentaiko.
It's unlike the ikura, which are the more water-filled.
Right, those sort of pop in your mouth.
And they pop like little bubbles. And the idea of these little things popping sounds really appealing. Right. But because they pop salt, it's not actually very nice at all.
I have come to love ikura as well. But it's one of those things where I like ikura in small doses. I like that little punch they put in the onigiri, the ikura onigiri, and you're getting the rice, you're getting nori, and then you get the little salt pops, when you hit the ikura in the middle. And that's about the extent I'll go with ikura. Ikura is not like a fish egg where I'll just like dump it in my mouth and like really enjoy that. Mentaiko, actually, as a fish egg, I think it's one of those ones where I can actually literally scoop it in my mouth. Like a teaspoon of it in my mouth and actually enjoy it.
Well, it's almost like a small paste because the eggs are so small. Ikura, they're larger. They're almost like little tapioca balls.
Yes.
So you could have the pleasure of the feeling, the mouth pleasure of the ikura. I understand.
Ikura will give you that. Yeah, mentaiko does not do that. But I can't imagine mixing ikura with mayonnaise.
Unless you pulped it up first, but I can't imagine doing that.
But mentaiko with mayonnaise? Oh my god. Jeez, I'm just like thinking about that now. And I'm like, wow. It's just...
It gets your mouth watering, doesn't it? When you imagine it on French fries.
Well done, man. Well done, Japan.
Mayo.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought that...
it's like coffee and milk. Who would have thought coffee and milk, And then fish eggs and mayonnaise. God damn, man. Well done.
Thank you, Japan.
Jesus, thank you. I don't know how I would have lived my life this far without that. I mean, when I'm feeling depressed and down in the dumps,
you just think
squirt some of that shit in my mouth, I'm like, motherfucker! I'm gonna face the day. I got fish eggs and mayonnaise in my mouth. I'm ready to go.
Tarako and mentaiko. Are they the same thing but a different flavor?
Isn't tarako more like orangey and mentaiko is kind of pink?
Well, tarako is like this. It's the egg sac, isn't it? And mentaiko is the stuff inside the egg sac. Or am I completely making that shit up now?
I don't know, but I try to avoid the word sack in my life. I try not to say the word sack. It makes me uncomfortable.
The first time.
I mean, if you want to talk about sacks,
we can
talk about sacks.
Yeah, the first time I went to a sushi-san and saw the shirako.
Oh no! We're not going there.
And that's actually it's weird.
We're not doing shirako.
We are human beings, right?
Shirako is on my list of shit foods.
We are human beings.
That's another episode.
Masculine, feminine should not matter. When you eat steak, you do you care whether it comes from a male cow or a female cow?
I do. I do actually.
A male pig or a female pig?
I eat only women. I can only eat women. I'm very sensitive about that.
Because there's something very interesting.
All of my steak is women cows.
Really?
All of my bacon, female pigs. Yeah, chickens, it has to be women chickens.
Are you speciesist?
I'm a sexist carnivore. Yeah.
Shirako is this kind of... It's this white, it's creamy...
Yeah, we're not doing Shirako,
it's
dude.
a male...
I'm sorry, I have to
male-
censor this.
Okay.
We're not doing Shirako. That Shirako is another episode where I talk about my least favorite, my hated Japanese foods. And I hesitate to do that episode because I think people just get very angry. When you talk about something negative like that, people just get very angry. So I'm avoiding that. But Shirako, I really don't want to go there. The next one I consider heavenly because it's like mentaiko, it's an acquired taste. And when I first had it, I didn't like it at all. But now I actually really love it. And it's umeboshi. And you're not a fan. I know we talked about this. We got in a fight about this. It got physical a little bit. Umeboshi is pickled plum. And you think plum. That's a sweet fruit. That sounds tasty.
Sounds good.
Pickled plum, I don't know what that pickling process does, but it makes it salty as a motherfucker. This is the saltiest thing you could probably ever eat.
You don't know how they make it.
No, do tell. You
Right. Well, I might just be
pickled,
I might just be pulling this out of my ass, but I'm sure I saw a documentary where they filled this box with plums, freshly picked plums, and I don't believe they're ripe when they pick them.
No, yeah, that's I think why they're not sweet. They're very firm, right? They're very they're not ripe at all.
And then they pour fuckloads of salt on top of it.
Okay,
and let it sit.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Is vinegar involved?
I don't know whether it uses maybe the sugar out of the fruit becomes the vinegar.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't believe they do. Maybe
not
they add,
sweet at all.
Maybe they add water as well. I'm not quite sure about that. But I think the moisture of the fruit and the fuckloads of salt that they put on top just somehow dissolves into this kind of slimy, disgusting, salty.
Some of them are slimy. Some of them are the bigger ones,
thing.
and they will be kind of slimy. And there's always the pit in the middle, and there's kind of slimy, soft type ones. Those are the bigger ones. Then there's the smaller, firm ones, right? That you have to pick up and bite. And I often associate umeboshi with bento. You got your rice, and then you got the umeboshi, and you get that hinomaru. You know, the Japanese flag thing with the white rice, and then you got the umeboshi in the middle as the Japanese flag. I like that. It's cute. You know, it's cute. It's a cultural thing. And you got that umeboshi kind of accents, kind of like how nori does. Yeah. And the first time I had it, I was dating a Japanese girl back in the States, and I didn't know what it was, and she says, that's umeboshi.
Oishi.
And she was like, no, she was honest. She was nice. She had lived in America long enough to know it's an acquired taste. It's coffee, it's beer. It's one of those things you have to give it a chance, okay? And she said, you won't like it. She said, you will not like it. It's very, very salty.
And as soon as she said
said,
that,
I gotta do it.
I'm
sticking this shit in my mouth. Let's stick it in my mouth. So I pick it up, and she's like, a little bit. And I take a small bite of it, and I'm like, wow. It's like I dumped table salt in my mouth. And yeah, she was right. I did not like my first experience with umeboshi at all. But I don't know what happened to me. I lived in Japan long enough, and I had those little ones with the bento, and I just love how you got the white rice. It's just very bland. Rice has almost no flavor, right? And you're eating the rice, and you know it's like eating cardboard, really. There's really not much flavor. It's like daikon, again. You just really have no flavor with the white rice. And then you pop that little umeboshi, and it's like, boom! All those neurons start firing, and it just balances out the blandness of the rice, and it just that punch that umeboshi can give you. Yeah. I do like it.
I mean, I can appreciate that it could be an acquired taste. But to me, there are certain foods that should be sweet. And fruit, I love the sweetness of the fruit.
Right. Your brain hears plum,
and
I automatically think sugar plums, right?
Exactly. I had this traumatic incident when I was a kid. I was probably 4 or 5 years old. Went to my grandmother's house. We were going to have porridge in the morning, oatmeal for you Americans. And of course, what you put in your porridge is you put in maybe a bit of milk and some sugar on top, and you eat this delicious, creamy stuff, right? She didn't use sugar. She used salt. She made salt porridge. I had no idea.
Is that a thing?
Yes, it's a
thing.
Okay.
Savory porridge.
Yeah, it was the first time I tried this, and I was expecting...
How old were you?
4 or 5.
Oh, maybe. Man, how dare she?
I was,
come on, 4 and 5? You can't do anything savory.
I was literally in tears because Because I was
your whole life was
I
based on sugar.
I was 4 and I wanted sugar
you want
porridge and it was
glucose.
fucking salty.
You want like maple syrup poured in your mouth directly.
Yeah, it was like diving
Yeah.
into the ocean and getting a mouthful of wave,
Yeah.
you know, and I was expecting
Evil.
the creamy porridge.
She was evil.
Yeah, so to me, ever since then, the idea of putting salt in sweet things doesn't quite work. The idea of salted chocolate, for example, you know, to me, yeah, interesting concept. And you can get these chocolate-covered potato chips in Japan too.
Yeah.
Right? Chocolate-covered.
Again, it's a
And it
clash
just
of
doesn't-
worlds.
Yeah, clash of worlds to me. And umeboshi is the extreme version of
But
that.
for me, when I realize umeboshi is plum, but it's not sweet, right? My brain has come to accept that. It is very, very salty. But I like salt, especially when it comes to alcohol. Salty food plus alcohol to me is heaven. That's why I love potato chips and beer.
Right, so
And
margaritas do
umeboshi,
the job for you.
yeah, man, like drinking margarita with an umeboshi. I've never tried that, but I
that's
think
a nice
that would really work.
We could have the whole Japanese flavored.
I mean, because you put the salt on the rim, right?
Yeah,
Margarita,
yeah, exactly.
and if you Japaneseify it with umeboshi, again, it's one of those really salty foods that I think would just complement alcohol really well.
Yeah, perhaps we should Japanify a lot of.
Yeah, we
Western
should do an
foods.
episode on
Japanification.
Japanification of maybe just alcohol. We'll take Western drinks, mojitos. That's not really Western, I guess, but I don't know. We'll take foreign drinks, non-Japanese drinks, and we'll Japaneseify them. The martini with the shoga and all that.
Yeah, you can taste them all. and
Right, we
just
can actually go through that.
degenerate.
Does
over the course of
umeboshi
a
go with
podcast.
alcohol? I think it would. I usually associate it with rice, though. And I don't know, I just like it. It has the salty, but there's a lot of flavor in there. And you get the texture, and you get the kind of, you get the mushy, bigger umeboshi, and you get the small, firmer ones. And I'm a fan. I'm an umeboshi fan. I have been told that it's very healthy. Although Japanese people do that a lot. They say
you don't want to eat.
You don't want to eat this, but it's very good for you.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I know a lot of things that taste good and they're good for you too. So how would I stick with those? Okay.
Exactly.
But umeboshi, acquired taste, you might want to give it a try. If you do, give it a chance. It'll take you some time to adjust to it. I think this is the last one on the list, unless we have something else that comes up spontaneously, and is a great finisher, is matcha. Anyone? A classic. It is the lifeblood of Japanese flavors, is it not? I mean, it is
the
one of
creme
the
de la
few.
creme.
It is one of the few that has made it abroad
It is
quite strongly.
The pinnacle.
Green tea, matcha, green tea ice cream.
That was the only
Wow.
green tea thing I knew before I came to Japan.
Right.
Other than drinking green tea.
Right.
Which
Now-
I never particularly liked because
Right.
it's kind of a nothing taste, right?
True, but I have come to love green tea, and this is actually one I have researched. Okay, I've come to love green tea because it is very, very high in theanine, okay, which is an amino acid which helps reduce stress. Now, ironically, green tea also has caffeine, which kind of undoes the stress, makes you more hyper. But the theanine relaxes you, and actually, I find that when I drink green tea, yes, it does have some caffeine in it. But there's something bizarre about green tea that also relaxes me at the same time. And even though it has the caffeine, green tea is one of those drinks I like to enjoy at work. And even if I'm stressed out at work, it does relax me. Unlike black tea, unlike black coffee, which will just hypers me up.
So it hypes your body but calms your mind.
Yeah, it has this weird balance, this yin and yang to green tea. And the flavor, it doesn't taste like much green tea. It's there. It's not like black tea that has that really strong acidic punch to it. It's more subtle. It's green tea. But man, I think it's considered widely one of the healthiest, if not the healthiest tea you can drink. I think
Absolutely.
it's the healthiest drink you can have. And the fact that the Japanese diet is based heavily on green tea. You can buy those pet bottles of green tea and they just guzzle it like water.
That was the one thing
Even
that
athletes drink it.
absolutely amazed me when I first came to Japan. I knew there were lots of vending machines, but whereas vending machines in England, they're full of Coca-Cola and Fanta and Sprite and soft, shitty sugar drinks.
Right.
Then
0 calories.
you find these vending machines which are 80-90% green tea,
Right.
or slight variations on
Yeah, well done Japan
tea,
with the health
no
thing.
sugar. Yeah.
And 0 sugar, 0 calorie hydration.
Yeah.
And it is widely considered by many, including myself, as the healthiest thing you could possibly drink. I think it's the healthiest form of hydration.
Certainly more so than goma dressing.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, water is up there, of course, but I mean, it's certainly better than soda. Anything with sugar or artificial. Green tea is way up there.
For me, matcha is this thing it takes it away from being a drink. As a drink, I'm not a particular lover of green tea, but once it's put into other things,
Flavor.
you know,
right.
I walk over a
Concentrated.
broken glass to get this stuff, right? You know, matcha flavored biscuits, matcha flavored chocolate, matcha milk.
Yeah.
You know, creamy, milky green tea.
Or you know the
drink.
traditional green tea where it's not, you know, like a green tea bag, but you know the real way you're supposed to make green tea with the matcha powder.
Yeah.
Right. Have you ever actually just tasted that straight?
Whisked it up. Yes.
You put some on your finger?
That is really intense, isn't it?
It's a potent flavor,
Yeah.
and I can see why it's used so many other places. But it's fascinating to me that it didn't strike me as a flavor that you could put in sweets, but it is, and it works so well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it complements things so well. It's like, well done, Japan.
Green tea milk curd jam.
Wow.
Now,
if we had a cameraman, we could like zoom in on that,
Yeah,
but we
now,
have no
we
budget
haven't
or
got a
cameraman.
camera,
It's
so
just a camera on a tripod.
There it is. And I assume this is going to be fucking delicious because it's a green tea milk curd jam.
Wow.
Now, doesn't that sound like fucking heaven in a jar?
And look at you haven't even opened it.
I haven't even opened it. It's so special.
It's restraint.
I've been saving it for a special day.
Matcha milk.
And I've been saving it for a special day.
Kado jamu. Wow.
Saving it for a special day for so long that it's expired.
Oh.
But it only expired just.
We'll
a
just
couple
pour
of
some
months
goma
ago,
on
so it's
that.
actually
Just pour some
actually
goma
all
on
right.
that and make it all
So I
good.
thought we could actually open this and try it. Open that up.
This is a good finale to the green
It's
tea
a
portion.
really, really good finale to the green tea portion. And
So I just grabbed it from you.
we don't have spoons, so we're using knives, which are the best way to eat. Wow. That's thick.
It's got the matcha.
Don't stick your nose in
that
it.
top part. No, I didn't touch it with my nose. This part of the top looks like the expired part, though. Should we move beyond that?
Let's move beyond that to the internal part.
Yeah, the internal.
But we'll save this because this could
doesn't
well be
look-
okay. I don't think it's expired.
I was smelling
at
it
all.
because you did say it was expired.
Yeah, I don't think it's expired at all. It sort of looks like dark wasabi, doesn't it?
Okay, so green tea milk curd jam. That's a lot of flavors in there.
Oh yeah.
God damn, man. Jesus. My life is different. Man, I can't even talk. It's watering so much.
Wow, you don't want to put that on toast or anything, do you? You just want to fucking spoon it out of the jar.
I'm like about ready to stick my tongue directly into the
jar.
Plunge my tongue into the jar.
Just so you can claim
But
the entire jar.
that might make you upset.
I
then
would demand a refund. Wow, that is pretty
Can I do
bloody
this?
superb.
Like the plug?
Yeah, go for it.
Hello, everybody. This is green tea milk curd jam. It is heaven in a jar.
Oishi.
Oishi. Wow. More?
Yeah.
One more time?
You ever notice that interesting thing about Japanese
God damn.
food programs is they say oishi the instant the food enters their mouth before they actually have time to taste it.
Right. Although I have seen an approach where
like-
the camera zooms in.
Oishi!
And it's like, do desu ka? Do desu ka? And then, then there's that reaction. And the more skillful talento will do, they'll do like that. And they'll be like, pari pari shite. Nandaro. You know, and they'll kind of think about it a little bit. And it's just like, inevitably, it's always oishi no mai.
Yeah, I can't even begin to try and describe that. I just go, wow.
It would be funny, though, to cut to 2 hours from now when we're vomiting into the toilet because it's like riddled with bacteria.
Green vomit.
For being expired. What are you supposed to do with this? Is it goes on toast or on your finger?
Well, it's all Japanese packaging. You could put it on any body part and lick it off, couldn't you? I mean, you could use this with your partner, and I think that could be very, very nice.
Yeah, episode 2.
You know, rather than honey or chocolate, this is.
Yeah, it would be a Japanese equivalent to substitute for honey, I think.
Yeah, without the stickiness. And And I think because it's all Japanese packaging, other than green tea, milk, curd, jam.
Pancakes, waffles, anyone?
I assume that it would be, pancakes and waffles, because toast is not a popular... I've mentioned fucking toast about 10 times
Yeah, you
in this
did.
podcast,
I'm
haven't I?
sorry. Teizukuri is handmade.
Really?
Yeah. Teizukuri.
Wow.
Handmade.
How do you handmade jam? Do you rub your hands together with the...
I don't know, man, but Jesus Christ.
It is bloody nice, huh?
Jesus. Okay. I'm gonna stop the tape because I think the viewers are gonna get really pissed because they can't actually experience the flavor themselves.
They know.
God, it's like saliva dripping out. This is drugs in a jar, dude. This should be illegal. This has gotta be prohibited. Like if you try to take this abroad, you're gonna get arrested. And I keep taking bigger and bigger chunks of it.
I've noticed.
It's like the whole knife.
You're going to be jamming the entire knife in. See, I always use a strategy of scraping around the top and gently working
I was
my
like,
way
you
down.
doing that?
Not just going. Maybe is that an English thing?
No,
or is that
I think
living in Japan too?
I thought that was the expired portion, so I was just letting you take care of that, and I was dipping into the unexpired portion. The crusty part of the top kind of looked expired.
That is absolutely
Jesus,
fucking sensational. Sorry,
damn.
podcast viewers are not able
It'd be funny. It'd be funny if we cut
appreciate this
we
at
cut
all.
again, and the jar's like almost empty, and we're like fighting, and we have like bloodshot eyes.
Sticking your tongue in there to try
And
to
I'm
get
like,
the last fragments out.
No! I need this. It's like I'll sell my daughter for this.
David, I have some matcha milk curd jam.
You could wind up in rehab.
Or jail.
Or both. Japanese foods.
We've been indulging a lot today in conversation. Anyway, try and get a hold of some of these Japanese foods, because rather than us just talk about it, you can actually taste the stuff yourself. You know, you've only got one life here, you've got this one body. Make it experience lots of new stuff. See whether you like it or not.
Yeah, and let me know what you think of the format. Do you want one asshole? Do you want two assholes? What kind of asshole situation do you want? Stop. Wah, wah. All right, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Japanatron. Leave reviews and likes and all that. And
Subscribe.
I will put subscribe. I'll put the list of the foods in the description. And take care, everybody. Toodles.